I got an email from the Pulsar Modular people asking me to review their P42 Climax Line Amp plugin. And basically that's what I'm going to do today. But with a little bit of a twist, I'm going to try out a new style of snake oil videos. So yeah, leave a comment below if you like it and let's get started. So what is P42? Well, it's a €214 transformer simulation. Yes, it's not €21.40, it's not €2.14, it's €214. You do understand that I'm expecting a lot from this thing now. Now, the sound of transformers actually make a lot of sense. And something that I've learned throughout the last years is that the sound of, for instance, tube equipment or, other equipment that we really like is actually determined most of all by the transformer in there and not necessarily by the tubes or other circuitry. Transformers really do a lot to the sound. And I've actually seen this in action as well with like analog phone type transformers in the master bus path and that kind of stuff. It is a lot of trouble to set up in the analog domain because of impedances and that kind of stuff. But it makes a lot of sense that wanting to have the sound of a transformer. So let's first take a quick listen to this plugin. I'm driving it with 12 decibels and I'm also going in pretty rough. And I've dialed back the main out because this thing doesn't have automatic gain compensation, which €240. 14. It should have automatic gain compensation. Like I'm expecting a lot. If they would sell it for €20, I would sit here with a different vibe. Anyway, I'm doing that, driving it like this, and that should give us the distortion of the transformer. So yeah, let's play it and let me bypass it and activate it. And of course, on a track from the root called Sandstorm. So I'm gaining back 12 decibels, but I do have a feeling that I get a little bit more loudness in the active position. So I should actually gain back a little bit more, but that doesn't really matter for now because I'm really wondering if the codec from YouTube is detailed enough to show what is going on here, because it's a very, very subtle thing. All right, so let's quickly run through the user interface because this thing can actually do a lot of things. So we've got a high pass filter, a low pass filter, and extra distortion. Really, it's saying it over here. Saturation slider produces complex patterns of odd and even harmonics that increase depth and definition. In my language, that means that this is an extra distortion slider. It sounds like this, by the way. And you can place it in the output and on the input. You can pre-distort the thing that you're sending into the transformers or post-distort the things coming out of the transformer. You're still following me. We've got a revision A and B setting, which you would think is the revision of the transformer, but it's actually the revision of the filters. Yeah, it's really true. It's a filter type switch. It says it over here, filter type switch. Okay. We've got DI, which is like direct. We can do mid and side. So it can either work on the full signal, the mid signal, or the side signal. We've got a dry control. So it's not the wet dry mix, but this is basically adding the dry signal to it. We got a little bit of EQing going on over here. Shelf EQs, which are actually active by default, I think. So they're also shaping the sound like this as well in here. We've got, of course, the drive knob and the main out knob. And again, this is not automatically gained, so... So yeah. 2021 for €214 and no automatic gain. And lastly, in the main interface, we've got air, and the air control is really weird because now all of a sudden you have to drag up and down here, and like it doesn't give us the knobs as it's giving us over here. All in all, it's a little bit of a flaky user interface. It's not. It feels that it's not really done. I don't know. It really feels that it needs more work, or it really feels outdated. One of these two things it is. Also because this knob is bigger than this one, falls out of this, and not a lot of attention to detail on the user interface. And there are also no really usable tooltips. Like, for instance, I do understand what is going on here. X2 means oversampling, but this one, leave a comment down below with what you think this is. It's polarity swapping. If it could just say over here, like when I hover over at polarity or whatever, this thing is bypass. We've got A/B presets, that kind of stuff. So that's the whole plugin actually. So let's listen to it one more time with all these things turned off. So no extra distortion, no low pass, high pass, no EQing over here, no dry signal, just driving the transformer, and then turn it down a little bit more. Let's listen to it again. Let's see what the difference is right now. There's a little bit of transient compression. So minimal. Again, I'm not sure if it's coming across on YouTube even. Now, of course, we can drive, and I actually think it's nicer to drive the input a little bit, and then see what difference that would make. Ah, there we go. I want this. I don't want this. I want this. Nice. So now it's a really cool combination. Let's go back here. Oh, that's really cool. So if we drive the input of the transformer and then drive the transformer, then we get some real nice warmth stuff. Then it really starts to work actually. It's a combination of these two things. Just the transformer itself, I'm sorry, it's just not that special. Alright, so what they claim on their website is that the sound is simply unbelievable. Well, of course. And that it's very good at getting the motown sound. So let's try and simulate a motown sound with this plugin, because that's maybe something cool. So let's cut out a little bit of lows, a little bit of highs. Let's see how far we can get. Bypass. I do have to say, the sound gets way more gezellig, as we say in Holland. Cozy. It's not really a good translation of gezellig. Gezellig doesn't translate. Not so much. And it's really good at doing this. Creating colors, creating gezelligheid, creating coziness. That is what it's made for. That is why the controls are like this. Go even further, like. This is almost like... Like when you bypass it now, it almost sounds clinical and plastic and not very gezellig and cozy. And that is, I think, its main power and its main point, which is a bit of a specific thing. If you want to create like a nice atmosphere, this is a really cool plugin to do it with. Is it like the golden bullet that you need on your master bus at all times to get like the perfect color and stuff? Absolutely not. And definitely not for 214 euros. I mean, for that it's a little bit too specific for what it does. And like if you're using it like in the full range mode, in the popular music mode, the difference it makes is kind of small. But if you use it in like a more specific mode, using the filters and that kind of stuff, the difference is really nice and really cool. And in the end, it's of course up to you to decide if it's worth that kind of money to do this. Or maybe it's better for you to build your own chain if you want to achieve this or whatever. So yeah, if you want to decide that yourself, you can check it out using the link below. They actually have a free trial for 40 days, which is a bit longer. And the developer actually explained this to me, that he wanted to make a trial which you could use in a production and actually finish your production, and he's giving you 40 days to do that. So that's really cool. So you can check it out yourself and of course reach your own conclusion, and it's all up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. But at least this is my opinion, and my opinion is completely independent, because yes, Pulsar Modular did ask me to review their plugin, but I'm running the demo. They didn't give me a license or whatever, and they're not getting access to this video before you all are getting this. So there's no influence from them whatsoever, and I like it to keep it that way. So if you like to support that kind of independence, make sure to click the links down below to support me. You can use the affiliate links and of course also the merchandise. I also have like merchandise if you are the merchandise type of person. Check it out. It's all linked down below. Another way to support me is by joining the fan club on patreon.com, and on Patreon you get early access to videos, answers to your questions, behind the scenes looks and other good stuff. Check it out. It's all listed on Patreon. Last way to support me and YouTube in general is by staying on the website and watching more. So I'll link one of my videos over here, but of course feel free to watch something from different creators as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you like my videos, of course. If you don't like my videos, don't subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep pushing and bye bye.